Hello, welcome to Bartlett High School for day two of the Matson Invitational, 10th annual Matson Invitational here 2023. Pool play between the Ketchikan Salmon Kings and the East Anchorage Thunderbirds. Ronan Clancher with you all weekend long here at Bartlett High School. East coming into this one at a 0-1 out of their two pool play games that are set, 2 3-team brackets. Ketchikan finishing their season at 5-11, 5-16-1 overall, and East coming in at 2-14 at 3-20 overall. So East falling yesterday by a score of 9-2 against Juneau. Juneau got one of the most unconventional no-hitters that I've seen while watching baseball. They had 13 walks allowed, no hits, allowed 2 runs, East not having a hit yet this tournament, and Wasilla getting by Bartlett by a score of 7-1. Today, Juneau and Wasilla, two of the higher seeds, they both get byes today. Bartlett and East finishing up their 2 pool play games. Going over the lineup for the East Thunderbirds. Sage Garcia going to lead it off, followed by Alan Contreras. Edison Polanco is going to be on the mound for the Thunderbirds. Andrew Malone in right field. Jorge Rodriguez at first base. Dylan Dumas at third base. Batting 6th, Eduardo Rodriguez at second base. He's batting 7th. Yoralvin Ramirez behind the plate, batting 8th, and Frederi Carrasco in center field, batting 9th. Actually had a interesting one last time between these two teams that actually kept Ketchikan out of the state tournament. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but leading it off is the left fielder Sage Garcia. That one's going to be a fastball up high. Garcia, a class of 2027 graduate. Have a few in the lineup today from East that are in that really young movement, as that one's going to be swung on a miss for strike 1. East, extremely young team, as that one's in there for strike 2. On the mound for the Ketchikan Salmon Kings is Ridge Summers. It's an all-name team, Ridge Summers. Now it's going to be grounded onto the first base side. Up with it is Cash Larson. Over touches the bag for out number 1. I said last time, East actually beat the Ketchikan Salmon Kings. Andrew Malone pitched 5 innings, allowed 1 hit in a win. And if Ketchikan won that one, they take South Wolverine. They take South Post 4 spot in the state tournament. But East getting the win. So now it's Alan Contreras. Is a 1-0. Down low for a ball. Wild day at the state tournament yesterday as well. Kenai defeating Palmer 2-1 on a walk-off. Along with Eagle River, same story against the South Wolverines. That one's going to be down low for a ball, making it 2-1. Make it 3-0. So Summers looking in on the 3-0. That one misses outside. And to continue from yesterday's story, East walked 13 times, but alas, without a hit. Did score 2 runs, but not able to get anyone in. They left 12 runners on base throughout the game. Now it's Edison Polanco. Contreras at first, decent lead. Not going, that curveball's in there for a strike. One of the 2 actual switch hitters in the state. Him and Palma Brito on South, or on Diamond. Sounds going to be pick off at first. Back in time. So the 0-1 down fastball up high. Behind the plate, Jesse Allbecker, got to see him earlier this week at the Legion All-Star game. That one's grounded on up the middle. Easy. Oh, actually, not as easy as we thought, as that one just gets through Jonathan Skoblik at shortstop, but he was on second base. Call that a fielder's choice E6. So Polanco just puts it in play, bringing up Andrew Malone with one out. That one misses up high. So Skoblik, also saw him in the All-Star game. Just maybe brought his head up a little bit too early. Tried to get it on to first a little bit quicker than maybe he should have. That one misses up high once again. So here's the 2-0. This is outside. This is outside, ball 4. So 2 walks and an error in the inning. And it looks about the same way as it did yesterday when East was playing Juneau. Bases loaded. They left the bases loaded 3 separate times throughout the game. Now Jorge Rodriguez is going to chop this one foul. Still 1 out. East just not able to make anything happen with runners on base yesterday. Seeing if the tides can turn today. The 0-1 grounded onto the left side. Going to boot it over and out to the bullpen in left. And that'll score 2. I think that'll be a hit. I think that'll just be a 2 RBI single. As that one just tough play for the third baseman Brady Klein to make. East has their first hit of the Matson, and East now leads 2-0 over Ketchikan. As that's a tough play for Klein to try to make down the line on the backhand, hits off of his foot, then goes over to the bullpen down left side at Bartlett, and East, the Thunderbirds, getting started early. He scored 5 runs in the first inning against Ketchikan last week, and Ketchikan was just never able to recover. Dylan Dumas going to foul it away, making it 0-2. So Jorge Rodriguez, the big 2 RBI single to start this one. Scoring Contreras and Polanco. That one's going to be a swinging bunt over to Ridge Summers. On to first Cash Larson. And that'll be out number 2. Malone and Rodriguez move up to third and second, respectively.
Now batting number 3, Eduardo Ramirez.
So Dumas, 1-3 put out. That brings up Eduardo Rodriguez. That one's going to be fouled away. So Eduardo, class of 2024, going into his senior year. Big swing, popped up in the infield. Summers going to take it himself in foul territory and get out of it. Well, East gets a run on a hit, couple walks, 1 error. Get 2 runs. Now they lead going to the bottom of the first. Thunderbirds on top of the Salmon Kings, 2-0 here at the 10th annual Matson Invitational on AlaskaLegion.com.
East got 2 runs.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first. Now with Edison Polanco on the mound, we'll run down the Ketchikan Salmon Kings lineup. Jesse Allbecker, who's catching today. He'll be leading it off. Jonathan Skoblick, usual shortstop for the Salmon Kings, going to be batting second. Batting third, Ben Phillips in center. Hayden Trudeau batting fourth, playing second base. Trevor Sayer in right field. He's batting fifth. Ridge Summers on the mound, batting sixth, batting seventh. Brady Klein at third base. Thomas Cross-Cavage in left field, batting eighth, and Cash Larson at first base, rounding out the order. So, Edison Polanco on the mound. He pitched a little bit yesterday for the Thunderbirds in their eventual loss to Juneau. Now for Jesse Allbecker, freshman this year. Saw him in the Legion All-Star game. So he'll step in. That one's missed for a ball. Polanco curveball misses inside over the head of Allbecker. .59, 160. Throws right, hits right. It says catcher and pitcher against Edison Polanco. That one's going to be a strike right there. Now here's the 2-1. Over to third. Dumas going to bobble it a little bit. Throw on to first to Rodriguez. Not in. That gets behind him and goes under the fence and out of play. So E5. I think if Rodriguez is able to pick it, he's out there. As Dumas throwing it in the dirt. Which means Allbecker reaches second with no out. Look at Jonathan Skoblick. First pitch hit him. Fastball just tailed a little bit too inside on Polanco. And not the situation you want to be in if you're East. You have Ben Phillips, who hit .465 throughout the regular season, with 15 RBI, looking to tack onto that total here. Trailing 2 here in the bottom of the first. That one misses inside again. Runner not going at second, Jesse Allbecker. Ball skips away from Rodriguez behind the plate, or Ramirez behind the plate. Yeralvin Ramirez. That one's in there from Polanco. Polanco, class of 2024, 6'3", 210. That one's a curveball that just missed low. Ben Phillips getting the signs from John Milner. Longtime Ketchikan Salmon Kings post manager. Whenever I see him, I feel like he has a different facial hairstyle every single time. Sometimes he has a full beard. Sometimes he has the long goatee. Sometimes he's clean shaven. Now he's clean shaven right now. There's a couple times where I haven't really recognized him that much. That one's in there for a strike, making it 2-2. As Hutton Styles statistician today says, he didn't recognize him either. So here's the 2-2. Still no outs for East. Polanco's taking his time. Allbecker calling time. Polanco just trying to mess with timing. Probably going to go quick here. As he does, that's going to be a curveball, foul tipped. in and out of the glove of Alvin Ramirez behind the plate. Still 2-2. That fastball just tailed way up and in, making it full. Ketchikan saying Walker knock. First and second, bases loaded. Polanco looking in. Fires on the curveball, just didn't like it. Decided to foul it off. I always like that move. Like, it's a little bit too close. I don't really want to, not really a pitch I can hit on a good curveball. Just let me just foul this off out of play. So quality at bat from Ben Phillips. This will be pitch number 8. Still full. That one, fastball up and in. Tailed inside. That'll be first strikeout, first out of the game for Polanco and the Thunderbirds. We're going to have Hayden Trudeau. Thunderbirds wearing their baby blue tops with red and white trim on the arms. That one's a curveball, going to miss. I may be wrong with the official color of the Ketchikan Salmon Kings. Some kind of burgundy. Could be mistaken, but I do like the color. It says Ketchikan, straight letters across the chest, white accents on the arms, gray pants. It's Hayden Trudeau facing a 2-0 count. That one's going to miss low. Now making it 3-0. Here's a pitch from Polanco. Misses way upstairs. That'll be ball 4. Another walk for Polanco. Actually, I believe that's his first base on balls. Second walk overall. Base low for Trevor Sayer. Sayer nominated for the... Actually, Sayer hit .406 with 8 RBI, 12 walks. They pick off to second. Allbecker staying at third. Curveball missed outside. So bases loaded, 1 out. That one missed too. 2-0. Ketchikan trying to get a couple of those runs back that they allowed on the Jorge Rodriguez single in the first. That one going to be a strike. At the letters. Check swing. Brad Lauer says, doesn't matter, it's a strike. Polanco pausing at the top of his delivery. Going to throw that inside, getting away a little bit from Alvin Ramirez. Nothing doing. As Contreras is going to go and talk with Polanco. Now the count 2-1. While you have the time, we'll run down the East defense. Jorge Rodriguez at first. Eduardo Rodriguez at second. Dylan Dumas at third. Alan Contreras at short. Sage Garcia in left. Frederic Carrasco in center. And Andrew Malone in right, as they're going to have a mound visit right here. As the infield was already in. Is getting talking. Behind the plate, Alvin Ramirez. As Polanco in quite the jam here. Having a long conversation. Long conversation. Now it's over. Not quite as long as the conversation from the movie Bull Durham, the famous mound visit scene. Keep playing. 3-1. Corners in for East. Polanco fires on the 3-1. That one misses outside. Ball 4. Misses outside. Ball 4. And Ketchikan gets their first run of the game on a walk. So Sayers walks.
Number 18, Rich Summers.
That one missed. Ridge Summers now with the bases loaded. That one's a fastball. A little extra mustard on that one. As Ridge Summers, recent graduate down there in Ketchikan. There's a little bit of confusion about there, and that one's going to be chopped to Polanco, going to flip it onto home, and it hits off of the runner. Jonathan Skoblik down to the backstop as now it's just getting thrown around. Dumas onto the plate. Yoralvin Ramirez not able to get it. And so 3 runs come across on a fielder's choice with 2 errors. As the throw from Polanco hit the runner, Skoblik, going to home. Then I didn't quite see who threw it from the backstop. I believe that was Ramirez trying to throw it home. That one's going to be strike called. That makes it 2-0. So 0-2. Trying to get caught up on all the stats after kind of a crazy play. So 2 separate errors on the play. One by Polanco, one by Yoralvin Ramirez. As Brady Klein stepping in. Down Swan and miss, strike 3. Ramirez going to throw it down to first. Getting it is Rodriguez. And Ridge Summers moves down to third as on the throw down to first. Make it 2 outs. Now for Thomas Crosscavage. That one gets away from Ramirez, and that should score another run. Bringing the 5th run home. All on no hits from Ketchikan. Here, all in the first inning. So Crosscavage. Stepping in. Polanco. Gonna line this one up the middle. Crosscavage with a nice single. Times it up great. Nice hard line drive, staying through the ball. And Ketchikan has their first hit. This thing's starting to unravel here early for the Thunderbirds. 9th batter to the plate this inning in Cash Larson. It's the curveball just missing up, as it seems like that's been missing up the entire game so far. Not quite bending enough. Trying to start it at the shoulder and have it bend in the zone. Not going enough. Is going to check on Crosscavage. Back safe. Polanco looking in. There's going to be a strike in there. Making it 1-1 on Cash. Another good name on the roster of Ketchikan. Class of 2026, just going into his sophomore year. Runner's going to go. Swing and a miss. Making it 1-2 on Larson. Polanco trying to get out of this inning himself. 2 strikeouts already. 5-2 your score. That one's swung, a miss, strike 3. 9 batters sent to the plate, 1 hit, 2 errors. Actually, 3 errors by East. And 1 left on for Ketchikan as we'll head to the top of the second. East gets 2, lets up 5 here in a must-win game for the Thunderbirds. The Matson Invitational on AlaskaLegion.com.
Life is measured in moments, and for more than 20 years, Alaska 529 has been a proud supporter of the moments to come. That's why we're happy to sponsor American Legion Baseball. To learn about Alaska 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, please carefully read the plan disclosure document available at alaska529plan.com. Alaska 529. Save in Alaska. Study anywhere.
My favorite part of Club 49 is the fact that you get 2 free bags to go with you.
My family of 5 just flew to Hawaii and back with 10 free check bags.
Beach towels, pineapple cutter, sunscreen, a tent to throw up on the beach.
I was able to go out of state for college so much cheaper. You're packing up your whole life into bags for like the least amount of cost. That was a huge deal for me.
2 free bags, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Welcome back. Top of the second. Here, the 10th annual Matson Invitational. Your Alvin Ramirez going to step in. Ramirez. Also, actually, he's not also. He is one of the 2 class of 2028s in the tournament. The other being on Ketchikan, Aiden Manabat. So going into his 8th grade year, starting behind the dish is Yeralvin Ramirez. That one misses outside. Where's 34? That one misses low. Make it 2-1. First at bat that I've seen him this year. Doesn't matter what team you're on, got to be exceptional for the age group if you're playing any time on varsity, not just on the roster, but at least playing time going into your 8th grade year. As here's a 3-1. That one misses outside. Ramirez gets on. Bring up Frederi Carrasco. Courtesy runner, Juan Franco. Franco run for catcher.
We have a courtesy runner, number 12, Juan Franco.
Now with 1 out, Ridge Summers allowing his 3rd walk of the game. Freddie Carrasco. Summers comes set. That one's a strike on the outside. Carrasco going into his junior year. 5'7", 130. Going to pick off to first, and Franco back in time. Ketchikan quite a history in the Matson Invitational. Get to that after this pitch. Has been to the Matson Championship 4 times. Won it once, beating Eagle River in 2019. Falling to service in 2015. Here is pitch. Misses up high once again, 3-1. Falling to service 8-3 in 2015. Actually winning twice, once against Ketchikan or once against Eagle River as well in 2017. That one's going to be popped up, out of play, foul. 2019, Ketchikan just missing out on the state tournament. We're watching that team. That team, I think if they snuck into the state tournament in 2019 with Wyatt Barajas and Cody Kemble and Liam Kiefer, I think that team could have made some noise, as that one's going to be outside and up, ball 4. Franco's going to go down to second. Carrasco's going to go down to first. So the walk bug getting to both of these teams here early, as here's Sage Garcia. Another middle schooler on the East lineup. That's going to be a throw, and nobody quite covering. Back at 2016, Liam Kiefer drove the winning run the first game, and then struck out 11 batters of the if necessary game. Helped the Kings knock off Eagle River. Kiefer tossed a 6-hitter, and Ketchikan broke the game open with a 5 spot in the second inning. Ketchikan had actually lost to Eagle River earlier in the tournament. They won 2 on the last day, as it was a double elimination tournament at the time, not pool play. So they had to play Eagle River 3 times, and they won twice in a row. That's a lot harder, a lot easier said than done. Now that makes it count 2-0 on Sage Garcia. None's in there for a strike. Eagle River, having made 3 straight Matson Invitational title games in 17, 18, and 19. So here's the 3-1 misses. So 3-1 missed. Garcia going to go down to first. Bases loaded, as John Milner going to head out to the mound and check on Ridge Summers. So 5 walks in 1 inning pitched here in the top of the second. Is Milner not going to wait any longer? Looks like he's going to go to Brady Klein. So we'll get you all caught up. We'll take a break and let Klein warm up for a little bit, and we'll be back on AlaskaLegion.com. Bases loaded. No out for East. Threatening here, down 3 in the top of the second on AlaskaLegion.com.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
Well, the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hot carrying, insulation. But we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
My favorite part of Club 49 is the 2 free bags.
Every other airline you have to pay huge baggage fees, and with Club 49 you don't have to.
I don't have to settle for what I want to take. I can have everything that I need with me.
It takes a lot of luggage with all of my chaps and hats.
I can take a ton of stuff anywhere.
It allows me to take my buddy Fred here anywhere I'd like to go.
2 free bags, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Alan Contreras going to face Brady Klein. It's on the mound, going in the windup. Going to take that one down low. Bases full of T-Birds. No outs here in the second inning. Klein going to throw a strike right there. I mentioned him before we went to break. Ketchikan being the championship game 4 times, winning it twice in the Matson Invitational. That one's going to be skied to center. Could be deep enough. Ben Phillips, actually that's pretty shallow, right on the infield. Phillips going to throw it in. Up the line. Make sure to keep it low. Now a big 1 out. Bringing up danger, always dangerous, Edison Polanco. East has made the championship game once, falling to the Alaska Wild of Fairbanks. We'll see them later today at 5. They fell 6-4. So that's going to be hit high and medium depth to left. Underneath it, the old pitcher Summers, big throw into the plate, and that one's not in time. Big slide in there by Franco. And all 3 runners move up on the sacrifice fly from Edison Polanco, making it 5-3. East cutting into the lead a little bit. That'll be Andrew Malone tying a run in scoring position now.
Now batting, number 33, Andrew Malone.
As Summers just moved from the pitcher's mound out to left field. Swing and a miss by Malone. Cross-Cabbage moves from left to third base, and Klein moved from third to pitcher. Here's the pitch. Up at the letters. Strike. Now 0-2. Down low. Albecker makes the stop. Big block right there. East bats are a little bit better today. Making a little bit more contact. One, two, swing and a miss, strike 3. East gets 1 back on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. Thunderbirds now trail 5-3. Ketchikan trying to tack on. East trying to hold him once again at the 10th annual Matson Invitational on AlaskaLeads.com.
I'm Paige. And I'm Elise. And we're from Anchorage.
I am a Club 49 member.
I'm 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 a Club 49 member.
Us Alaskans, we have to stick together.
I'm very happy being a Club 49 member. It really just helps make everything very convenient.
It's the only way we go.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
Are you in the club?
Are you in the club?
Join today.
Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I love Club 49.
As finishing up the throwdowns, Ketchikan in the second inning going through their second time through the order. First inning included 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, a fielder's choice that scored 3, and an RBI single. Score now at 5-3. That one misses behind the plate. Goes all the way to the backstop. Blanco coming set quick. Jesse Allbecker walked his last time. So he'll take that one inside. 20 balls and 17 strikes so far. Is big swing and a foul ball to the right side from the right-handed hitting catcher. A swung on a miss, strike two. Good fastball in the trailer behind home plate here at Bartlett High School. Able to see a lot of the movement on the ball, see it tailing and whatnot. Hitting a baseball is pretty hard. I'll just say that. 2-2. Curve up in the air, and that will go foul. Potentially on top of us. No, it just landed right behind the trailer. Still 2-2. Only one of those runs in the first inning earned from Polanco. Making it full. This is in the dirt. So East hanging with the Kings right now, the Salmon Kings right now. It's Polanco. It's a full count pitch. That one goes to the backstop past your Alvin Ramirez. It'll be ball four. Skoblik stepping in, also walked. I believe got hit by a pitch last time. I think it hit him right in the oven mitt, sliding mitt. Here's the first pitch. Going to be up at the letters for a strike. That one a good sweeper. We swung on and missed for a strike. So he's not having any Matson titles, having 12 state tournament titles, leading all of Alaska. That one's going to be a slider outside. Great spot. Fourth strikeout of the game for Polanco. I'll get Ben Phillips to the plate. Struck out his last time. Allbecker's still on first. Going to pick off. Back in time. As I mentioned, East with a state high all-time 12 state tournament titles. I'll miss low. Ketchikan. I'm surprised that they do not have at least one state championship. They've always been one of the really good teams in the state. That one gets past Ramirez. Allbecker going to go to second and going to round it aggressively. Ramirez gets back to it. Goes back to Polanco on the wild pitch. So yes, I was looking through my list of state titles all time. I thought Ketchikan would have had at least about 5 or 6. They're always a dangerous team. Just missing out on the state tournament this year by 1 game. That'll be a strike in there. They're in the high school state tournament championship back in 2019. Ended up losing to Wasilla. Actually, 2018, they lost to the Wasilla Warriors. That one's going to be fouled away. High school, not Legion. Here's Polanco. Into Ben Phillips on the 2-2. That one's going to be fouled away. So Polanco already up at 50 pitches here just in the second inning. East playing almost a bullpen game yesterday, them and Wasilla. Wasilla in the later game, as that one's going to miss inside on the fastball. Running the count full. Full count. Going to be fouled away. Another good at bat from Ben Phillips. This will again be another 8-pitch at bat. Ketchikan already through their second time, already into the second time of their order. Polanco takes a deep breath, fires. That's going to be grounded onto the first base side and just foul. East having a couple great teams in the early 2000s, especially. Guys like Corey Madden, who ended up playing AAA, just one step below the majors. You had Anton Maxwell, starting pitcher for the Oregon State Beavers in 2006 when they won a national title. Chad Nading ended up playing pro ball. As that one misses inside for ball 4. Not even to mention the late 90s with guys like Trajan Langdon.
Now batting number 14, Hayden Trudeau.
Trajan Langdon more known for his basketball skills, but he was one heck of a baseball player too. Just a freak athlete. That's a curveball that misses up and in. So I want to talk about a 3 true outcome game. Really 2 true outcomes right now. As a lot of walks and strikeouts. That one's going to be inside for strike. So 6 walks for Polanco so far. That one's going to get behind Yeralvin Ramirez. As both runners going to advance on the wild pitch. Now runners on second and third with 1 out. Hayden Trudeau. He walked it last time. That one for strike. Two and 1. And that was actually 2-2 in there for strike 3. Another strikeout for Polanco, his 5th. We're up Trevor Sayer. Big bat wiggle. Swan and missed.
Now batting for Ketchikan, number 16, Trevor Sayer.
So the 1-0 going to be picked off over to third, not in time. I want to thank everyone listening down in Ketchikan. Always a great place to visit. As that one is swung and miss for strike 2. That one's going to get past Polanco on the throw from Ramirez. Polanco hustles to get back to it. It's 2 strikes. Going to be grounded, and that one will get off the glove of Eduardo Ramirez. And that'll be an infield single, as I think even if he fields that cleanly, I don't think that that's going to be a play that he's going to make with speed coming out of the left-handed batter's box at Trevor Sayer. So an RBI infield single. Bring up Ridge Summers. Started the game pitching. Now playing in left field. That's going to be grounded onto Dumas. Going to throw it over to first, and that one is going to be hung on to for out number 3. Ketchikan gets one more run on a hit and leaving 2 on. Now their lead 6-3 heading into the 3rd inning. We'll be back on AlaskaLegion.com.
We used our Travel Now benefit to send our son to Atlanta for a basketball tournament.
I was able to use it to go visit a friend who just had a baby. I wasn't sure I'd be able to afford the trip, but I got the voucher and was able to.
It was to head out to California to be able to be with my mom, who needed extra help and support at that time.
30% coupon? Who wouldn't want that?
The Travel Now discount, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Life is measured in moments, and for more than 20 years, Alaska 529 has been a proud supporter of the moments to come. That's why we're happy to sponsor American Legion Baseball. To learn about Alaska 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, please carefully read the plan disclosure document available at alaska529plan.com. Alaska 529. Save in Alaska. Study anywhere.
Now heading into the top of the 3rd, 6-3 here, the Matson Invitational. Eduardo Rodriguez. That's going to be Jorge Rodriguez. Klein going to be on the mound, 9th pitch after coming in relief and shutting down the Thunderbirds to end last inning. Outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That one missed outside. That one missed it inside, running the count 3-0. 5 walks by the Ketchikan pitching staff so far. Trying to avoid another one. That one's going to be striking the outside. Klein, wind up. 3-1, swung on and missed. Battling back, running the count full. On the sophomore first baseman. That's going to be lined up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. Nice line drive. Just past the glove of Hayden Trudeau. And East has a leadoff base runner. So Dylan Dumas up now. Left-handed hitting freshman. East does have some pretty solid young players in their organization that you can really look forward to coming up. You guys like Dylan Dumas, Sage Garcia, who's a 2027 graduate, Julius Sanders, 2026, your Alvin Ramirez, 2028. I know there's more in the pipeline that are pretty solid down on JV. I think it's a success for East to have a JV program this year, along with Bartlett. They usually struggle on numbers. That one's going to be pick off back in time. I think a big part of that goes to the implementation of middle school baseball that they set up in 2019. It's an outsourced sport. Been there for a strike. Big shout out to Joe Zawadny, middle school director. This gets kids implemented with their high school team a couple years early. gets more participation in American League Baseball as that one misses outside. They've seen, I might get a stat check from Van Williams, maybe a record number, at least in recent history, of participation in American Legion Baseball. That one's going to be on the outside corner for a strike. You see a lot of teams right now having 2 JV teams, or single A teams, but junior varsity, more colloquially known. Now it's full count on Dumas. It's going to be fouled off. So Dumas inducing a long at bat. Still full count. It's going to be a pick off to first and back in time. Cash Larson quick with the tag. Here's the full count pitch once again. That one missed outside for ball 4. Forgot to mention, Jorge Rodriguez, with his second hit of the game, he drove in the first 2 runs of the game in the first inning. The 2 RBI single. Another single in there in the middle of the order. Just what East has needed. I'll bring up Eduardo Rodriguez. Be in there for a strike. Last year, Ketchikan falling to Wasilla by a score of 7-3 in the Matson Invitational title game. Both those teams really dominating the Matson in its brief history, as that one's down in the dirt. I wouldn't say 10 years is brief, but I would say that compared to the 71st state tournament, I'd say it's pretty brief. Relatively new, starting in 2014. So here's the 1-1 into Eduardo Rodriguez. That one's going to be up and out of play. One and 2. Rodriguez flew out last time. Klein looking to shut down another East rally. That one missed outside. Big lead at second from Jorge Rodriguez. As goes to the plate and misses. Running the count full again. 3 straight full counts for Brady Klein. 2 straight. I guess the first 2 batted were 7+ pitches. That one's going to hit him in the oven mitt in the back pocket. Not going to hurt too much, really, if at all. It's going to jog down to first. So a hit by pitch from Rodriguez brings up Yeralvin Ramirez. Now the middle schooler, one of the 2 2028 players in the tournament. Looking to come up big. He's going to take that strike. Really was taken all the way on the first pitch. That one swung on and lifted to the air down the right field side and foul. That one would have driven in 2 with Dumas on second. Bases full of T-Birds for Yeralvin Ramirez. Jorge Rodriguez at third, Dumas at second, and Eduardo Rodriguez at first. Yerelvin Ramirez at the plate. As Klein looks in, out of the windup. That one hits him. East will take that, as now it's a 6-4 game. As another hit by pitch by the Ketchikan pitching staff. As Franco will courtesy run once again for Ramirez as he gets an RBI. Also may have to get a stat check with Van Williams to see if that's the youngest player in Matson to get an RBI. Here's Freddie Carrasco. Comes in there for a strike. So Yerelvin Ramirez walked twice so far. Carrasco walked his last time. 7 walks from East here in the third inning, as that one's going to be lined into left field and down. Summers up with it. Going home is Rodriguez. The throw to the plate, and that will be in time. Summers to Cross-Cabbage. Summers to Cross-Cabbage to Albecker. In time at the plate to get Eduardo Rodriguez. East does score 1 on the RBI single by Carrasco. That'll bring up Sage Garcia. So we got 1 out. Brad, 1 out. Had to get coordinated with the umpires. Make sure we know there's 1 out. So here's the first pitch to Sage Garcia. As there's a catch over to second. Great play by Skoblik over to Trudeau. Garcia gets doubled up, making it still 6-5. Here to end the top of the third, East trailing by 1. 10th annual Matson Invitational on AlaskaLegion.com. Back with you. Brady Klein on the mound.
Now batting for Ketchikan, number 11, Brady Klein.
As here's the first pitch from Polanco. East making it within 1. Definitely got ourselves a ball game here in the bottom of the third. As that one misses inside, as Klein going to stare down Polanco on the 0-1. I think that's kind of unnecessary. As that'll be courtesy runner. As, I mean, Polanco hasn't had great control anyway.
Batting for Ketchikan, number 3, Thomas. Batting.
Let's hit a couple batters. That'll be Ace Asper. Another great name on the Ketchikan roster. Thomas Crosscavage up now. That one's going to be down low. Crosscavage singles last time. Drove in a run. That one's going to be squibbed on to Polanco to second for one, on to first, and getting past the first baseman as that'll just be a fielder's choice, getting past Jorge Rodriguez as Crosscavage will stay at first. So Asper out at second. Good play by Polanco.
Now batting, number 13, Cash Larson.
Bring up Cash Larson. Struck out his last time. Polanco with the 5 strikeouts. Don't swung on and missed. Seven free passes, 4 walks, and 3 hit batters. As that one be swung on and missed from Cash Larson. Oh, 2. And they're going to pick off to first. After the pickoff, going to be 0-2. That one's going to be strike 2. Actually, it's going to be strike 3. Has another strikeout for Edison Polanco. Make it 6 on the game for him, as there's going to be a stolen base from Crosscavage. 2 outs for Jesse Allbecker, who's walked twice. That one's going to be a throw, and getting past Alan Contreras at short, but Freddie Cordero's there in center field to at least keep Crosscavage at second. Back to the third time through the order as we're not going. Maybe a ball down low. 6-5. Still your score here. Runner at second. Polanco going to pick off, and Crosscavage going to be back. First year that Matson's gone away from double elimination. Third year that State's gone away from double elimination. That was going to be swung and missed. I'll get to the backstop. 1-1. Be a pass ball. We'll say I've been impressed with the Alvin Ramirez behind the plate, being so young, catching a pretty hard thrower in Polanco pretty well today. That one's going to be down the dirt dugout. Also put a couple good swings on the ball. Never hurts. Here's the 2-1 up high. So Allbecker actually reached on an error his first time up and walked. As Polanco gonna just tag the runner right on the head for out number 3. He just taps him. Wasn't too malicious, as that was actually a clean inning from East. So Ketchikan not able to put up any. East still trailing by 1 here at the 10th Annual Matson Invitational on AlaskaLegion.com.
We used our Travel Now benefit to send our son to Atlanta for a basketball tournament.
I was able to use it to go visit a friend who just had a baby. I wasn't sure I'd be able to afford the trip, but I got the voucher and was able to.
It was to head out to California to be able to be with my mom, who needed extra help and support at that time.
30% coupon? Who wouldn't want that?
The Travel Now discount, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Life is measured in moments, and for more than 20 years, Alaska 529 has been a proud supporter of the moments to come. That's why we're happy to sponsor American Legion Baseball. To learn about Alaska 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, please carefully read the plan disclosure document available at alaska529plan.com. Alaska 529. Save in Alaska. Study anywhere.
Back with you, Alan Contreras going to lead it off here. Contreras walked and he reached on and he's walked and flied out. That one's going to be in foul territory and dropped by first baseman. Not technically an error, as in major leagues, yes, but in amateur ball, consider it not, because it didn't give an extra base. So that one's going to be fouled away. Cash Larson just not able to come up with it over at first in foul territory. Down low. So both pitching staffs having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here. That's going to be swung on, grounded on the third base side, and foul. Got a lot more baseball this weekend as well coming up here at Bartlett High School. That one's going to be missed for a ball as well. Swan and popped up in the infield. Skoblik under it. Calls off everyone else. Into the glove. Making it 1 out for Edison Polanco. Polanco batting right-handed. Kind of struggled at the plate batting left-handed so far. So he's going to see that one up high. It's a beauty of being a switch hitter. And this one's going to be swung and lined over to the left side under the glove of third baseman Cross-Cavage. I'll say that's a base hit. Hit that one real hard. Not able to come up with the Cross-Cavage.
Now batting, number 33, Andrew Malone.
We're going to have Andrew Malone now with 1 out. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. That one Swan missed. one's going to be skied over the left side and foul. I'd like to thank ConocoPhillips Alaska, the official baseball sponsor of Alaska Legion Baseball. Let's play ball, courtesy of ConocoPhillips. Stamped on all of the official baseballs. So that one's going to miss. Polanco on first. 1-run game. As you can see on your screen, 6-5. That one's going to be popped up. Could be playable left side as Cross Cabbage going to hang on to it for out number 2. As Milner's going to check for pitch count real quick. So it'll be 45. As they'll make the change. Have him sit out 1 day. Still a 1-run game here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Ketchikan on top of East. Jorge Rodriguez been the big bat for the Thunderbirds so far today. We'll get you caught up on all the changes after this at the 10th Annual Matson Invitational on AlaskaLegion.com.
And you're a Club 49 member?
Yes, I am.
I've been a Club 49 member probably for 7 or 8 years.
Wow, I've been a Club 49 member, I think almost as long as I've lived in Alaska.
My cousin referred me to the Club 49 plan years ago because you get so many benefits.
When they introduced Club 49, I was all over it.
It's a benefit just for Alaskans.
We travel a lot to Kotzebue, so we use Alaska Airlines and our Club 49 benefit every year. It's a great organization to travel with.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans. The grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger. A celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Jorge Rodriguez is going to step in. New pitcher on the mound going to be Hayden Trudeau for Ketchikan. That one's going to miss up high. Jorge Rodriguez been the big hitter for him as he takes strike 1. It's got 2 hits. 2 of the 4 hits so far for East. 2 RBI. That one hits him in the knee. As another walk.
Now at the plate, number 17, Dylan Dumas.
Dylan Dumas coming up. So 9 walks for Ketchikan, at least the pitching staff. And their batters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 walks for them hitting as well. So pitching not able to figure it out so far today. Really for both sides in terms of finding the strike zone. Both coaches just, well, East just kind of riding with their number 1 arm for as long as they can, and they hope that he can just throw strikes like he did last inning. Ketchikan just trying to find someone who can throw it over the plate. That one's going to be fouled off by Dumas. Making it 2-2. Dumas 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. Curveball misses outside. Full count. Polanco at second, Jorge Rodriguez at first. Full count, 2 outs. Runner's going to be going. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Dumas swings through it. Ketchikan gets out of it unscathed as we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth. Ketchikan looking to extend the lead against the East Thunderbirds here at the Day 2 of the 10th Annual Matson Invitational on AlaskaLegion.com.
Go to the bottom of the fourth. Score stands, Ketchikan 6.
We used our Travel Now benefit to send our son to Atlanta for a basketball tournament.
I was able to use it to go visit a friend who just had a baby. I wasn't sure I'd be able to afford the trip, but I got the voucher and was able to.
It was to head out to California to be able to be with my mom, who needed extra help and support at that time.
30% coupon? Who wouldn't want that?
The Travel Now discount, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Top of the fourth, Edison Polanco still on the mound. 76 pitches here in the fourth inning. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown after this pitch to Jonathan Skoblik, as East started the game with a 2 RBI single from Jorge Rodriguez in the top of the first. Ketchikan responding with 5 runs, and that one's gonna hit Skoblik in the helmet and then come back down and hit Yaralvin Ramirez. Looks like maybe down in the arm. See that one? It's hurt pretty good as Polanco helping him out. As Polanco's been missing, kind of inside to right-handers the entire time. Is gotta hope just a bruise, maybe just on the funny bone right there, is that never feels good. It looks like he'll be all right. That's always good to see. So for the game recap, the 5 runs by Ketchikan in the top on the bottom of the first, as it was highlighted by a 3 RBI, or it's not 3 run scoring, 2 error fielder's choice by East, scoring 3. Ridge Summers just dribbled one to Polanco, missed to home again, and 3 runs ended up scoring at a ball that didn't leave the infield. Then a single by Cross Cabbage. Each team scores 1 in the second as runner's going to go. Throw down, not in time to get Skoblik. So stolen base. Ben Phillips standing in. Pick off to second, not in time. East getting 2 back in the 3rd inning via walk, RBI walk, and a sacrifice fly. So here's the 0-1. That one's going to be lined on the third base side. Got Dumas off guard. Garcia going to come up with it. Throw home. Cut off by Polanco. Going to throw it over to second, and they got him. They got him at second. Good cut by Polanco to get Phillips Still 1-run scores as Skoblik goes across to score as throw by Garcia was on target. Polanco cuts it off, making that a 9-1-4 putout on the tag. Like a 7-1-4 putout. Excuse me. If you're scoring, always try to, help out. That one's going to be a ball up. That one's a strike at the knees. So nobody on now. Ketchikan extending their lead back to 2. As it's 7-5 here in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses in. It's Polanco on that curveball, or at least slider, off-speed pitch. Kind of lowers his arm slot quite a bit. Maybe just releasing a little bit too inside. That's a fastball down in the dirt. It's something that maybe an opposing team could watch, where it's called tipping your pitches in that situation, where different arm slot is pretty noticeable with Polanco, at least right now. Maybe he's getting tired. That's going to be a fastball, fouled off to the right. Right by the on-deck batter, Trevor Sayer. Beautiful day here. Bartlett High School in Anchorage, soaking up the sun. So that one's going to be a curveball swung and missed. Right about at his neck, and thought it'd drop a little bit more. He's strike 3. So for Polanco, that makes strikeout number 7 out of 11 outs total. That one misses up high. He has just been missing that curveball up high really the entire game. He's had a couple that have been good to the left-handed batter's box, but that one's going to be popped up. Could be playable. Garcia calling everyone off and left and making the catch for out number 3. So 1 run on a hit. None left on. Ketchikan extended the lead to 7-5. Still in pool play here on AlaskaLegion.com. You're watching the 10th annual Matson Invitational. Back with you, top of the 5th, 7-5 Ketchikan. Talk with Hutton Styles in between innings. Professional statistician. He's asking, so Fairbanks doesn't have a Legion team this year. Fairbanks 49ers and the Alaska Wild combined this year. They're able to have a JV team and a varsity team. That one's going to be up and away. He's struggling a little bit with participation in Fairbanks last couple years. Always love to see teams from out of town do well. Teams like Ketchikan, Juneau, Sitka, Fairbanks, Kenai. Kodiak hasn't had a team since 2019, the pre-COVID times. Kodiak's a team I want to see back in Legion, along with Sitka. That one's going to be lined onto second base. That's going to be cross-cabbage over to first, and that'll be out number 1. I was down in Sitka for the state tournament as an assistant coach with the Service High School Cougars. I was talking with the athletic director for the Sitka Wolves, and they're seriously considering about bringing Sitka back into the Legion fold, which would be really cool in my opinion. I would love it. Because first time visiting Sitka, beautiful town, as that one's going to be fouled off to the back by Yeralvin Ramirez. All the southeast towns, whenever I've gone to them, all of them for baseball reasons, but I've really enjoyed all those. It's a small town atmosphere. You're on the island. You kind of have to get along with people because you see them all the time. As this one's going to be a play for Jonathan Skoblick on to first, quickly out number 2. Get to see the great harbors, and I know Ketchikan, their field in Ketchikan, it's always been the silt clay with silt sand, hard packed, no grass on it, with a little gravel on it. You got to be tough to play in Ketchikan. They're actually going to be re-turfing it this year to make an all-turf field, which is, I think, always great to have an all-turf field just like here at Bartlett High School, but it's the experience of going down to Ketchikan and really having to be tough. The city folks of Anchorage, as that one's going to be inside for a strike on the curveball. Definitely one of the most unique ballparks that I've ever visited. We were playing there, and a lot of fun. So Ketchikan is a town. Small. I like it. That one's going to be swung and miss for strike 1.
How do you look at the roster? This isn't new.
So this is Freddie Carrasco.
He's not number 6. This is 25.
That one's going to be outside.
What is the count?
So full count. Carrasco going to take that one inside for ball 4. Now back to the top of the order for Sage Garcia. It's going to be pick off to first, back in time.
Ronan said that's Frederic Carrasco. Yeah, he just said the number was not number 6. It was number 25.
Sage Garcia stepping in for another time up. That was going to be swung and missed. Garcia, leadoff man for the East Thunderbirds. That one, runner's going to be going, throw down, and that one got him by a mile. As actually missed the tag. In that situation, I think when Skoblick went to tag him, I think everyone thought he got him. And then going back for the second tag, I think that's really what does it. You got to convince the umpire, just swipe it up, go, hey, I got the ball. As that one's going to be outside, a check swing. Actually, I'm going to say he went. Making 1 and 2. 1 and 2 to Garcia. It's going to be curveball, miss up high. 2-2, Carrasco at second. Garcia looking to make something happen for the T-Birds. That one's going to miss again. Scorecards are full right now, along with the count. 2 outs, top of the 5th. That one's going to be bounced and hit Garcia while in the box. Count's still full. Here's the pitch. Curveball going to be fouled away again. John Milner asking for pitch counts every half inning, walking back from the third base coaching box. I think that's smart. At least keep in touch with what the official score has. That one's going to be outside, ball 4. Garsha walks. Walks for the second time. Trudeau with giving up his second walk.
Number 5, Alan Contreras.
So make that 11. 11 walks for the East batters and the Ketchikan pitching staff, as that curveball is going to be at the letters for a strike for Alan Contreras. He's walked, flown out, and popped out. That one's going to be down in the dirt. Southeast always has some good baseball going on, whether it's Juneau, Ketchikan, Sitka, Petersburg this year in Division II. As that one's going to be on to Skoblik, going on to Cross Cabbage at second, getting the fielder's choice. And that'll be the inning. So, East leaving 2 on, at least leaving 1 on, and that'll be end of the inning. So going to the bottom of the 5th, Ketchikan still holding on to a 2-run lead. Trying to extend here on AlaskaLegion.com. You're watching the 10th annual Matson Invitational.
I'm Paige. And I'm Elise. And we're from Anchorage.
I am a Club 49 member.
I'm 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 a Club 49 member.
Us Alaskans, we have to stick together.
I'm very happy being a Club 49 member. It really just helps make everything very convenient.
It's the only way we go.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
Are you in the club?
Are you in the club?
Join today.
Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I love Club 49.
New pitcher on the mound for East. It'll be Dylan Dumas.
Now pitching for East.
This will have Alan Contreras shift from short to third base. Polanco going from the mound to short. Dylan Dumas going from third to the mound. And Juan Franco coming off the bench. He's going to be playing right. Andrew Malone also coming in from right to behind the plate. Closing the book on Edison Polanco. He had 4 innings, 2 earned runs, had 7 runs, 2 of them earned, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, 3 hit batsmen. Now Dylan Dumas in the game. So face Ridge Summers. He had that fielder's choice back in the first inning that scored 3. Had a ground out his last time. That one's going to be down low. Dumas, freshman. Right-hander. That's going to be at the knees for a strike. Dumas gets a sign from Malone, and that was going to be a curveball, just missed. Tried to get that looping curveball starting at the shoulder and drop in, but that just missed inside. Here's the 2-2, misses. As actually, as they're going to say he went. Going to throw down to first as Jorge Rodriguez catches it for out number 1. There's a warning to somebody on Ketchikan after the out. Bring up Klein. Be strike in there. Brady Klein struck out and got hit by a pitch the last time. That one's going to be lined up the middle to Polanco and gets just past him and past the center fielder, Carrasco, and that one's going to roll for quite a while. Klein going to round second, head to third. Throw gets away from Polanco, as that'll be a single with a two-base error as Klein's on third with one out.
Now batting number 3, Thomas Crossavage.
Now for Thomas Crosscavage. Infield in for East. That's going to be a strike at the letters. Just drops in there with the fastball. Game started to have a little bit of a rhythm to it as Polanco playing way in. That one's going to be fouled straight back. Dumas ahead 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Dumas. That one's going to be lined over to Polanco onto first, a double play. That's a great play by Polanco, a sliding catch, playing way in, and just flipping it on to Contreras. Really hard play for Brady Klein to get back. That'll be Alaska 529 playing smart play of the game. As we'll head to the top of the 6th. Alaska529plan.com. Open an account for as little as $25. Always be smart and plan for the future. Polanco. A little bit of smarts to know immediately go to third, but mostly skill there, as that was great play, great defensive play, and we will head to the 6th. East still trails by 2, as we'll be back on AlaskaLegion.com.
We used our Travel Now benefit to send our son to Atlanta for a basketball tournament.
I was able to use it to go visit a friend who just had a baby. I wasn't sure I'd be able to afford the trip, but I got the voucher and was able to.
It was to head out to California to be able to be with my mom, who needed extra help and support at that time.
30% coupon? Who wouldn't want that?
The Travel Now discount, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Back with you after a great play from Edison Polanco. He'll be leading it off here in the top of the 6th. Hayden Trudeau still on the mound. He's at 31 pitches. He's out for tomorrow. Edison Polanco batting from the right side once again. He singled his last time. Down missed inside. Down misses low. So 2-0 to the switch hitting Edison Polanco. That one a curveball, a little bit of a hanger missed inside. As Polanco looking down at the coach for the 3-0. That one's going to miss down low, and that'll be ball 4. So jog down to first. The 4-pitch walk from Hayden Trudeau.
Now batting number 33, Andrew Malone.
Total of 10th walk for the day. The Ketchikan pitching staff. That one misses. For Andrew Malone, Polanco at first with 1 out. Or no outs. As Malone going to take that down low. So Trudeau's starting the inning with 6 straight balls. That one going to miss inside. So 7 straight. Expect Malone to take all the way. See if John Milner may come out and check on his pitcher after 8 straight balls. Give East tying run on first base. As Skoblik, actually the shortstop's going to come in and try to motivate his pitcher a little bit. I'd like to thank Scott Haberstad and everyone at Alaska Airlines for their longtime support of American Legion Baseball. The partial underwriting of team travel has allowed American Legion Baseball in Alaska to be a statewide endeavor. The Alliance is extremely grateful as well for Alaska Airlines sponsorship of youth camps and clinics throughout the year. They make it possible for teams like Ketchikan to make travel a little bit easier. That one swung on and foul tipped. Here's the 0-1. That one's going to be fouled again and hits the hand of Allbecker. Just fouled off into the right hand, the throwing hand that's there for... It's right down next to the glove. I'd also like to thank Kara Moriarty and the Alaska Oil and Gas Association's support of the new middle school program, along with Cook Inlet Conference and American Legion Baseball. Their donations and guidance with their members has helped our organization out tremendously. I'd also like to thank Jimmy Doyle and the Doyle family of Weaver Brothers for assistance in transporting field turf to various ballpark locations over the last years, and this saved our organization thousands of dollars, and we very much appreciate it. Since 1996, McKenna Brothers Paving has provided professional full-service paving for Anchorage, Eagle River, and the Matsu Valley. McKenna is the last name you need to know in the paving industry. And Signature Land Services. Tim and Jennifer Schrage from Signature Land Services. I want to thank them for helping clear the spectator area from Bartlett High School right here in April, so that there was 28 games be able to played in the month of April as well. As Allbecker is going to be getting checked up on. Someone hit his hands, got a little bit of a cut. Got that patched up. Looks like Allbecker's all right. Now it'll be 0-2 on Jorge Rodriguez. His 2 singles reached all 3 times. Got hit by a pitch his last time up. That one's going to be lined over to the left side. Skoblik going to throw over to third, and that's going to get past Klein at third as Polanco's going to hold up. So that's an E6 on the fielder's choice. As Polanco just didn't run at first. He was forced to throw to third. Although he was a force out. Probably should have been running anyway.
Was Edison the first batter? He was the first batter.
Yep.
So there's no outs?
Yes. So, clarifying with umpire Brad Lowers. No outs in the inning. We got Dylan Dumas with no outs. So clarifying no outs. Runner on. All right, Polanco's at third. Malone at second, and Jorge Rodriguez at first. Dylan Dumas gonna take that one down low in the dirt. Polanco gonna come home. The throw in, not in time. And East now trails by 1. As East finding a way right here to claw their way back. 6-7. Infield in once again, as that one's going to be a strike in there for making the count 1-1. Dumas looking to come up big right here. He's grounded out, walked, and struck out his last time. That one's going to be inside for a ball. Dumas thought about offering at it. Slider went a little bit too inside. That's a strike on the outside, making it 2-2. East at number 6 in their order. Really need to make something happen right here, as that one's up in the zone. That'll be ball 3. It's one of the biggest pitches of the game coming up. Payoff pitch to Dylan Dumas from Hayden Trudeau. That one's going to be low and away for ball 4. Bases are loaded.
Now batting number 3, Eduardo Ramirez.
Eduardo Rodriguez. That one's going to miss up high again. Trudeau, not 49 pitches. Milner not coming out of the dugout yet. That one's in there for a strike. East looks like maybe they're waiting for a strike to get in the zone with how wild Trudeau's been. Just 28 balls to 22 strikes. That one's going to be outside for a ball. Bases full of Thunderbirds. Malone at third. Jorge Rodriguez at second. Dylan Dumas at first for Eduardo Rodriguez. That'll be swung on. Looper up the middle, and that one's going to drop. Center fielder going to throw it home, and that will be not in time as Malone slides in safely. An RBI single for Eduardo Rodriguez, and we got a new game in the 6th, tied at 7-7. Juan Franco coming into the game for his first at-bats. East rallying as that one misses low. As that was actually in there for a strike, but I think they could have had an out at second base or even at home, because it was technically a force out for Malone. If that throw was good home, that would have been the unbelievably rare 8-2 force out. Never seen that in my life. Very close. Regardless, Juan Franco up. The leading run 90 feet away in Jorge Rodriguez. That curveball, that hits his helmet. And that's going to give East the lead. And a hit by pitch to Franco gets an RBI across, and East now leads 8-7. Out of nowhere, the Thunderbirds come alive in the top of the 6th for 3 runs so far, and there's still no outs for Freddie Carrasco. That one misses. Missed. Trudeau maybe needing to slow himself down. East threatening for more. Going to be in there for a strike. So 2-1 the count. In there at the letters for a strike once again. Trudeau desperately needing a strikeout right here to stop the onslaught that East has going in this rally here in the top of the sixth. That one missed low. Bases are juiced, full count. No outs. Dumas 90 feet away at third. Now going to be fouled away. Trudeau now at 62 pitches. Milner going to try and ride him out, see what happens. 9 batter in the order for Carrasco, and that's going to walk in another run. East now leads 9-7. As Milner's going to come out of the dugout. That'll bring up Sage Garcia. 8th batter coming into the plate for East. Still bases loaded, no outs. This game's been flipped on its head as East scoring 4. Coming into this down by 2. Now up 2. And we'll be back. New pitcher on the mound for Ketchikan. Here at the Matson Invitational. 10th annual Matson Invitational at AlaskaLegion.com.
My favorite part of Club 49 is the 2 free bags.
Every other airline, you have to pay huge baggage fees, and with Club 49, you don't have to.
I don't have to settle for what I want to take. I can have everything that I need with me.
It takes a lot of luggage with all of my chaps and hats.
I can take a ton of stuff anywhere.
It allows me to take my buddy Fred here anywhere I'd like to go.
2 free bags, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hot carrying, insulation. But we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
So Aiden Manabat coming into the game against Sage Garcia. That first pitch is going to miss outside. Manabat also with Yaralvin Ramirez in a 2028 graduating class going into 8th grade. That one misses high. Ketchikan desperately needing an out. East already with 4 across. Infield still in for Ketchikan. That one hits the up and in corner. For strike 1, 2-1. As that one misses up high for a ball.
Write down what you want, and she's here, and she'll go get you.
So 2-1 to Garcia. That one hits the zone. Actually, that was a 3-1 pitch. Now running the count full. That one's going to be fouled back.
Have a correction I announced. Number 4 is Aiden Manabat, 15.
That one, he's going to miss high. Another walk. And now East leads by 3, 10-7 in the 6th. Still none away for the 9th batter of the inning. Alan Contreras. That one hits the zone. You got to say if they're going to, if you're Ketchikan, at least the pitcher, you got to say if they're going to beat us with a bat. Beat us with a ball in play. East will take it regardless. That one's going to be lined up the middle, and that one's going to drop for a base hit. Going to be up in front of Ben Phillips. All the runners move up 90 feet, and the onslaught continues. 9 batters to the plate, 6 runs in the inning, and that'll make it 11-7. So now bases loaded for East. Back across, 10th batter of the inning for Edison Polanco. 9 straight reaching for the Thunderbirds. It's going to be in there for a strike. Polanco looking to do some damage. That one's going to be over to the right side, through for a base hit. Up with it is Trevor Sayer, going to get it in. Same thing as Contreras. A base hit. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Make it 10 straight base runners for East. 7 in the inning, and it's now 12-7. No outs still for Andrew Malone. That one's going to hit the outside. So 7th hit of the game for East. That's a swing and a miss, make it 0-2. How many 2-strike counts have they had this inning alone and not able to close out the Thunderbirds on any of them? Ketchikan looking to change it as that one's going to be lined into left field. Another base hit, and that'll drive in another run. Bases continue to be loaded. 8 in the inning. Makes it 13-7. Now they're hitting it. Ketchikan still with the infield in. Now 13-7. 8 across. That one's up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit as that one gets past the center fielder, Ben Phillips, and that'll score 2. 1 RBI single with an error. 10-run 6th inning for East. As that's 15-7. Wow. And another base hit. Make that 4 straight singles for East. 12 straight base runners reach in the inning. And we are now... We're actually at... And that one's going to be onto the right side, and no way that one gets through as Malone's going to stop at third. 5 straight singles. That one gets away from the catcher. Malone going to head home. Throw to the plate is going to be high, and another run scores. So a single and an error on the catcher, Albecker.
Now batting number 3, Eduardo Ramirez.
Does that make it 15-7?
So that makes it by a score of 16-7. So 11 runs here in the 6th. And wow. East now on the verge of mercy ruling Ketchikan, which is, I don't think what anyone expected, especially coming into this inning. So 5 straight singles, 13 straight reach, 2 runners on, 14th batter of the inning, 11 runs. Now out for the second time this inning is Eduardo Rodriguez, who singled earlier in this inning as well. I was going to miss inside. This thing, the wheels have just fallen off for Ketchikan here in the top of the 6th. As it looks like East was almost dead in the water coming into the 6th, and they put up an 11 spot. Still no outs. That one's going to be fouled away. Still 2-2. And that one's going to miss up high, running the count full. Once again. And again, a 2-strike count. Ketchikan finally with their infield back. That one's going to be lined and grounded onto the second base and cross cabbage. Ketchikan finally gets an out in the top of the 6th. Jorge Rodriguez comes in to score. Now East coming into the inning, trailing by 2, now leading by 10. That one misses low. Juan Franco now up. There's a strike.
I've not had a chance to fill it out yet. Most everything's been so.
1-1 to Juan Franco. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. So they've been teeing off on Aiden Manabat so far, have the Thunderbirds. That one misses down low. 2-2. That one misses low again. There's a little Juan Soto shuffle. Ball in the dirt. And if you're just joining us, it's been a wild game so far. There's a full count to Franco. That one's going to miss up high for ball 4. As Franco walks, had 12 runs in this inning alone on 5 base hits, a couple walks, a couple errors from Ketchikan. 12 runs from East in the top of the 6th. 1 out, first and third. Franco at first.
You need a better kicker, but he can't use 2 PATs.
Dumas at third. We still got Carrasco in for a strike. I tell you what, one thing about the Matson that not many people may think is with young teams, it's great to get building it for young teams. Is that one's going to be a base hit to the left side. Left fielder going to throw it on to second, and that one's going to get past him. And Franco's going to go over to third, make that an E7. Second area of the inning. Another run comes across. Make it 13 runs in the inning, 18-7. East, an extremely young team. They've almost batted around twice, as this is the 17th batter to the plate this inning. Polanco started it about half an hour ago. It's a swing and a miss by Garcia. Defensive indifference as Freddie Carrasco. I was thinking of the MLB player, Freddie Cordero. The Garcia, 0-2, misses inside. And East, one of their 2 league wins against Ketchikan, coming last week. Looking to do it again as that one's going to get up the middle. That should get in another run as Skoblik going to throw on to first for out number 2. And an RBI ground out for Sage Garsha, extending the lead to 12. In that situation, you just got to try to do the bare minimum. You just get a ground ball past the pitcher. Get a run across. So now East with 11 hits, 19 runs, 14 coming to them in this inning. 6 hits, or actually 7 hits coming in the 6th alone. 18th batter to the plate this inning. As everything has just gone all T-Birds and gone all wrong for the Salmon Kings. Contreras takes that for a ball. And there for strike 2. We'll say the beauty about baseball, no clock, the Matson. Never know who can come back from what. That one's going to miss for a full count. Full count. That one's going to be looped and into the glove of Skoblik. And mercifully for Ketchikan, the inning is over. 14 runs on 7 hits, 2 Ketchikan errors, and 1 left on for East. The score now 19-7 going into the bottom of the 6th. East, again, going into that half inning, trailing by 2. 7. So Ketchikan with 7 runs. Is East going to try to close it out now at 19-7. Dumas coming back on the mound, trying to get the win. We'll be back on AlaskaLegion.com. You're watching the Matson Invitational.
I'm Paige, and I'm Elise, and we're from Anchorage.
I am a Club 49 member.
I'm 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 a Club 49 member.
Us Alaskans, we have to stick together.
I'm very happy being a Club 49 member. It really just helps make everything very convenient.
It's the only way we go.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
Are you in the club? Are you in the club?
Join today.
Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I love Club 49.
So no, the scoreboard's not wrong. If you left about 30 minutes ago and are back, East putting up a 14 spot in the top of the 6th. Coming into the top of the 6th, trailing 7-5. East getting 7 hits and 14 runs in the top of the 6th. A bombardment of offense that we haven't seen from East this year. Sometimes things just go your way, and Dylan Dumas now with a comfortable 12-run lead, but you never know. You never know. That's why you play it. That one's going to be quickly 0-2 on Cash Larson. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. That one's going to be a check swing back to Dumas on the mound. Going to step and throw to first. Onto Jorge Rodriguez for out number 1. Now Allbecker steps in. As that one misses away for a ball. Dumas looking in on the 1-0. Going to be swung on and missed by Allbecker. That one's going to be lined into left field. Garcia coming in and going to drop in front of him. So Ketchikan still with a little bit of life.
Now batting number 12, Jonathan Skoblick.
So Jonathan Skoblick, shortstop for Ketchikan, coming in. Ketchikan needing more than one. They need 3 to actually keep the game going. That one's going to miss up high. That one's going to be a strike. Here's the 1-1. Going to be grounded onto third. Contreras over to second, and they get 1 at second. Making East 1 out away here in the 6th from going 1-1 in pool play and being in a very favorable position to advance. Here's Ben Phillips. Struck out, walked, and singled. That one's going to be flied into right and deep, and that one's going to get over the head of Juan Franco in right. That'll score 1. Throw coming into second to Polanco, and that'll be an RBI double for Ben Phillips. He's still 1 out away. That's the first pitch strike. That one's going to be grounded onto the first baseman, Rodriguez. He's going to go, and he's going to touch first, and East somehow going to end this game in 6. That'll be the ball game. In 6 innings, East comes in and wins this one 19-8. And an onslaught in the 6th inning from East, and somehow, out of nowhere, East has their biggest inning of the year, potentially by any Legion team that I've ever seen. With 8 hits in the inning alone, 14 runs, and stunning Ketchikan. Again for the second time in 2 weeks. And the Thunderbirds are going to go 1-1 in pool play. They lost to Juneau. Ketchikan plays Juneau tomorrow. If Ketchikan wins, they're the second tiebreaker, if all the teams are 1-1, are runs allowed, and it's definitely not in their favor, with East letting up a total of 17 over 2 games. And they'll need a lot to go their way tomorrow to be able to move on. Going over the final stats, Ben Phillips with 3 RBI. Trevor Sayer going 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. Brady Klein going 1 for 1. And pitching not ideal for... So not ideal for Ketchikan, having 2 strikeouts against the East lineup and walking 14, hitting 4 more. 18 total walks for the Ketchikan pitching staff.
For East, player of the game is
So as we give the player of the games out, story of the game being those 18 walks from the Ketchikan pitching staff as we run over the East lineup as 8 different players collect RBI in the game. Garcia with 2, Edison Polanco with 2, Eduardo Rodriguez with 2, Freddie Carrasco with 3 RBIs, Yoralvin Ramirez with 2 RBI, and Dylan Dumas, actually with the pitching for East, 3 total earned runs, 4 innings from Polanco, allowing 7 runs, 2 of them being earned, striking out 7, walking 4 and hitting 3, so 7 walks total. Then Dylan Dumas coming in for 2 innings of relief, getting 1 strikeout, 0 walks, 0 free passes, just throwing 23 pitches. He also pitched yesterday, so he'll be at least out tomorrow, but that doesn't really matter as East has the day off, and they will play back again potentially on Sunday. I'd say the player of the game, Alaska 529, smart player of the game with 4 RBI. He had 3 hits, went 3 for 4 with a walk. Jorge Rodriguez with a couple huge hits, 2 in that 6th inning alone. And East stuns Ketchikan by a score of 19-8. Coming up next at about 5 o'clock local time, we have the North Pole Wild and we have the Bartlett Golden Bears. So, for Hut Styles, the official statistician, I'm Ronan Clancher, and everyone else here at Bartlett High School. We will see you tomorrow, especially you in Ketchikan, as that's a big game against Juneau, a must-win game against the Juneau Midnight Suns of Auk Bay.